Hello, this is Leech83, how we doing? Welcome to a little video called Player of Privilege. And it's a little bit of a rant and a little bit of a kinda information stroke kinda let's discuss, let's debate type video about the transfer market and the players on it on Ultimate Team. Now, I'm just talking about Xbox prices, I'm not sure about the prices on PlayStation or anything like that, and I'm just going to talk about some people, some players and their prices and whether or not I think they're worth it. My opinions only, this is only me just showing my things, okay, and my feelings. I'm going to start off with the 82 rated Jamie Vardy record breaker card, which at the moment is no longer in packs. He was in packs just for a few days over the weekend after scoring in 11 consecutive games in the Barclays Premier League, a new record. And should he score again at the weekend, he would tie with the old First Division record. And then if he goes 13, I think he's got the record for the most consecutive games ever record. So that would be something that again may change this card in the future. And that's the thing about Ultimate Team that I'll just admit to first of all, is it's obviously live and there's obviously new players could come out at any time. There's team of the seasons, there's team of the years, there's informs, there's man of the matches, there's all sorts of different cards available on the market. Now this record breaker Jamie Vardy is 82 rated, he's got 92 pace and 81 shooting, 82 dribbling, an outstanding looking card for an 82. Not for 638,000 coins, it's not. I would be disappointed to pick up that card at that price, because if he stays at that price, then fair dues. It's not an investment. It's you probably may in time make money on it, because as time goes by there'll be very few of them listed on the thing, just on the transfer market. At the moment there's barely 2 pages on the transfer market, and obviously there's going to be even less. And at the weekend he was extinct completely. People had to snipe him to buy him. However, have a look at Seydou Doumbia. Not far away from the Jamie Vardy stats. When you look at him, 91 pace, 79 shooting, 868 passing, 79 dribbling. He's not a million miles away from Vardy's stats, but you can pick him up for less than 1,000 coins. Now this gets me back to the old Legend Killers team that Finch did in FIFA 14, FIFA 15. The team that was just so good, it was unbelievable. The 3-5-2 team with the King up front and Dempsey in the middle. It was an absolutely superb team. He's tried to put it again this year, but it's maybe not work as well as what it previously did. And it's one of those things that's open to debate about whether it's the player or the players that's the point. But what I'm trying to get at here is Jamie Vardy at an 82 rated worth 638,000 coins? No, he's not. So basically all you're paying for here is the card. You're paying for the privilege of having that blue card stored in your club, because you're going to come up against teams that will be worth a fraction of this price and they will beat you. Not down to the player, but just the players they've got. It's obviously each person's individual, and you may agree with that or you may disagree with it. The player reviews that I've watched of Jamie Vardy make him look indifferent at best. He's by no means amazing. You can title the videos any way you want. He's decent. That's it, nothing more. Jamie Vardy's normal card is a 71 rated card, which is valued on the foot market at 25k. It's never worth 25k in its life. It's just the sheer fact that it's slightly rare. It's not entirely rare because there's like 3 or 4 pages of it, but it's slightly rare. Hence why it's worth 25k, or why it's valued at 25k, and why Seydou Doumbia is only at 1,000, because there's about 50 fucking 5 pages of him. That's why he's worth 1,000 coins, because he's never out of packs, he's in packs all the time. Now we'll go on to the midfielders, and we've got Kevin De Bruyne and Andreas Iniesta. Kevin De Bruyne, 88 rated, a fantastic card, fantastic looking card, but it's not worth 400k. Not when Andreas Iniesta's card, which is right next to it, didn't even sell for 218k. Admittedly, they're both in packs, so the price is going to fluctuate. Kevin De Bruyne has got slightly better shooting, but the passing range and passing stats are pretty much identical. Her dribbling's pretty much the same as well, and the pace isn't far off either. Now, the Andreas Iniesta card is a lovely looking card, don't get me wrong, but the Kevin De Bruyne card, as decent as it looks, shouldn't be overvalued. The Iniesta card, they probably should be round about the same price if you're lucky. The next bit is onto legends and extremely high rated cards. The likes of Pele. Pele is never on the market. He was the only one I've seen on the market for a long time, and he's expired at 9.2 million. Didn't sell because the price is just stupid. It's a stupid price to put him at because he's not going to sell for that. He's worth maybe 5-6 million, maybe 5-6 million. The reason I wouldn't pay that money for him is because you could pick up a purple Ronaldo 95 rated on the transfer market for 2.8 million, a fraction of the price it costs for Pele, and have a look at the stats. 94 pace, 95 shooting, 84 passing. So for more or less the same pace, for better shooting for Ronaldo, slightly less passing, slightly less on the dribbling, and more on the physical side, you can pick up our 95 rated Ronaldo for less than 2.8 million. On the other flip side to that, you've got the Lionel Messi's normal card at 1 million coins. Now, on Messi's card, I believe that you pay that price just for the rarity. The fact that there is only, I think it's 4, just getting into the 4th page for Lionel Messi, hence why he's valued at 1 million coins. I'm pretty sure that over the weekend he probably dropped below 1 million coins, and that's fair play. But the only thing you're paying for is the rarity when it comes to that card. Yes, he might be worth it, but you're not paying the money for the card, because as Finch has proved in previous FIFAs, and as it's the thing for previous FIFAs completely, is that you're never in a way paying for the player. You're not paying for that team. You're paying for the privilege of having the cards. If you want the purple Ronaldo, he's going to cost you that amount of coins. He may or not hold his value, but that's his price, and it's just the sheer power and pace, and the stats are overwhelming on that card. He's 2.8 million, but you try to tell me that for 4.5 times less than that, Jamie Vardy is 638 fucking thousand coins, is worth that amount of money when his card is easily comparable to a card that doesn't even sell for 1,000 coins. Get to fuck. It just doesn't compute. It just doesn't work, and that's where Ultimate Team in a way is fucked, because you could make the best team with 100 chemistry and the highest possible rating. Look out, because Bateson will have it out next week, or maybe even the next week after that if he's not already done it, where he'll have the highest rated team possible with full chemistry on FIFA if he's not done it already, and it will have an outstanding array of talent in it, and he'll blow most teams away with just the power and the pace of it. But give me 300k and I'll put together a Bundesliga team that will beat it. Not saying that I'll beat him, but this team on paper will beat the other team, because it's just how they play in game. The 95 Ronaldo, I've used it in Foot Draft, and it's a good card, but it doesn't smash everybody, and you'll come up against a team that it won't beat, and that's where it comes down to what are you paying the coins for. If you've got the coins and you're willing to spend the money, go make the team with Jamie Vardy. Fair dues. Go make it. I won't. It's your opinion, it's your money, it's your coins. You go and do whatever you want to do with it. However, if I make a team that's worth 15k with Sadio Doumbé up front, and I tramp the fuck out you and I beat you, can't come crying to me when my team's worth a fraction of what your team's worth. And believe me, the hate is real, because I played against Jamie Vardy at the weekend, and the hate out there when you beat that team with a lesser rated team, there is sheer hatred out there for it, and that's where it comes down to on FIFA. You pay the money for the privilege, and you don't pay for anything else other than having the card, just to turn around at the end of FIFA to say, look at my club. And I did it. I've done it before. I paid stupid money for cards in the past, but this year I'm not spending anywhere near the amount of money that I spent in previous FIFAs. It's just impossible to kind of keep up with it, and there's no value in it. Watched Bateson's video from yesterday where he opens up an absolute shit ton of 100k packs for the highest rated card I believe he got was either Lewandowski or Frank Ribery, 87 rated. That's the highest rated card he had. a couple of rated informs. He had nothing major. Watch the amount of money that iLucas has put the amount into packs in the last couple of weeks. It's fucking terrifying. Now fair dues, it's these guys and they're investing in a channel, and I get why they're doing it. I'm not hating on anybody and I'm not ranting on anybody. Each to their own. If you want to spend it, that's fair play, but just be prepared for Finch and his Legend Killers and Finch and one of these sweaty teams to come out and absolutely fucking rip you apart. You can't turn around at the end of it and hate on the person that's just beat you with a team that's worth less than 10% of what your team's worth, or valued at in the market, because they don't compare, and that's one thing you should take into mind. But anyway, this has just been to stir up debate more than anything else. You can let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Take it easy.